everything that you desire desires you 10 times more. This is a reading with the Prisma Visions Tarot, the Night Visions version, right? Night Visions, yeah. Okay. The bottom of the deck, there was the Page of Wands. On the split was the Ace of Wands, and then the Devil was right underneath the Ace of Wands. There's something about your energy that people find quite addicting. They find it quite addicting, and there's something about you that is very mischievous. I'm getting a very mischievous vibe, especially with this Page of Wands here. There's something about your kind of, the way you get excited about things. I feel like the way you get excited about things, I'm hearing like laughter, so maybe the way that you laugh, some people enjoy that, or you make people laugh. I'm hearing laughter. People find your physical beauty quite striking, stunning. Definitely get people's blood flowing as well. There's something about you that's kind of just mysterious and mischievous, and it's hard for people not to be really intrigued by you. People really just crave your energy, your attention, your affection, and your physicality, okay? We have the Nine of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. It's funny because you have a very, not threatening, but almost intimidating energy that a lot of people get nervous around you, or they don't want to say the wrong thing to you. We have the Nine of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you make people nervous. You make a lot of people nervous. And I'm not just talking about like love connections, those two, but I'm talking about just people in general. People who want to be your friend, people who want to approach you. People approach you with a lot of caution. With this Page of Pentacles, you make people a little nervous. You make people feel a little insecure, because you either are or you come off as someone who has a lot of confidence. You exude a lot of sexual energy. You have a lot of confidence. You have an air about you that is very intimidating, because it's like you know who it is that you are and you accept it, but you also have this little devious side. Not like devious like deceitful, but devious like you're like a little playful, right? And because you're so comfortable with yourself, you're allowed to be that way. I feel like you're not someone who's always been this way, so you're kind of like, now that I have this energy, now that I love myself, now that I have this confidence in myself, I'm gonna be like the class clown, or I'm gonna be like the star of the show. However it is, it resonates, however it shows up in your personality. There's just something about your personality that really stands out, and it's not just your personality, it's the way you look, it's the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you stand, all of that. When you walk in a room, it's like you pull all four corners of the room into yourself. Yeah, you make people nervous. You kind of strike a chord of insecurity in some people who aren't as comfortable in themselves. Excuse me. The King of Swords is giving me that, they see you as someone with high standards. They also see you as someone who runs a strict program. Like, you seem like you have this goofy, playful side to you with the Page of Wands, and this excitable, flirtatious side with that Page of Wands, but you also have in the Devil, right? You're a little mischievous, a little devious, very physically attractive, very alluring. People also see you as someone who, like, you don't take anyone's bullshit as well. You run a bit of a strict program, so it's a little confusing to people sometimes. I think that might stress people out as well. That's another reason why people move so slowly and cautious with you. You seem like somebody who you're not afraid to, put someone in their place if they cross your boundaries. And I feel like people do test your boundaries because you do have such a playful energy, but they quickly realize, nah, son. Two cups. Oh! Two cups fall in the fucking pit of despair where it belongs. Oh, dang. I knew I dropped another card from my new deck yesterday. Every time this happens, it makes me wonder how many cards I have actually lost over the years. okay, we're gonna take it. Take that. Oh no, wait, isn't that Puff Daddy? P Diddy. We don't quote perverts and fucking creeps in this car. With the Two of Cups, again, so with the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, something about the way that people look up to, I just feel like people respect you. They have a lot of respect for you, and you respect other people, which allows you to build really deep connections. I feel like with this Three of Pentacles, you're somebody who doesn't, the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, you're somebody who doesn't really partake in connections that aren't deep or friendships that aren't meaningful. I think that you're someone, you're very selective of who it is that you decide to have these connections with, because you prefer a deeper connection when it comes to love and when it comes to friendships. Strength. Ten of Pentacles. People see you kind of as I'm hearing a brick wall. She's a brick house. She's my dad. Let it all hang out. Are those the words? I don't know. But again, people see you as you're like a force. You're a force. You're a hurricane. You are a brick wall. Some people see it as, they see you as very abundant, they see you as very strong, but also people feel like it's hard to penetrate. That's hard to penetrate what you've built. Again, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is, it's kind of pairing with all the cards and giving a bit of a different type of meaning, but it's giving me you're someone who has built yourself up from either nothing, like financially, or just practically. Or my brain stopped working. But you also may have built yourself up from low self-esteem and things of that nature, and it's hard for you to connect with people who don't do that same amount of work, who don't put that same amount of work in to gain that stability. Like all the stability that you have, whether you have a lot or a little, whatever stability you have right now, mentally, financially, spiritually, right? The confidence that you have, it doesn't have to be like grandiose, right? But whatever it is you have, you built that, right? And it seems like you're the type of person who, excuse me, you don't vibe with people who don't do the work. We have the Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant reversed is giving me that you, and the World reverse. Interesting. The World reverse is definitely giving me that you are somebody who has always questioned authority. You don't follow usual structure, okay? You're somebody who has to find things out the hard way. The World reverse, you're somebody who's been through things. You've been through life. You've gone through life. And you are someone who, I feel like you're like a bit of a rebel. You're like, I don't want you to tell me, I want to learn myself. And you may have learned things the hard way. You may have gone through life and learned things the hard way. Maybe it took you a long time to learn the lessons that you learned. You've been through the cycles. Again, with that Three of Pentacles, is like, you don't fuck with people who haven't been on that ride, right? Doesn't have to be the same journey, but somebody who you've only vibe with people who really have similar views as you, right? Like you really believe in reaping the rewards of doing the inner work, and there's a lot of people who don't do that inner work. There's a lot of people that you don't feel like you're on the same page with, and it's hard for you to fuck with people like that. I like this reading. The Nine of Wands reversed. I was trying to avoid this, but there's a lot of people who want a shot with you. They want to tear your walls down, especially lovers, people who want to get with you romantically. With the Knight of Wands, you have the King of Cups. People really, really fall in love with your heart, and there's a lot of people who want to pursue you, and tear these walls down. But again, you're really fucking intimidating. You are someone who speaks their truth. You're someone who maybe you might be a little too harsh sometimes, and that's okay, because same. And you know how to walk away from a situation when it's not suiting you. That's it. Bye.